Okay, so we're looking at this question. Find the measure of two supplementary angles such that one angle is 4/5 as large as the second. To solve this problem, we need to examine the keyword here, supplementary. And supplementary means add up to 180 degrees. In other words, if I have this straight line PQ, and you know a straight line has on it 180 degrees. Since a complete circle is 360, half of the circle will be 180. So if I assume that this angle here, let's call this angle here 60 degrees, then what is this angle here? Since this angle, entire angle here is a semicircle, which is 180, and this part of it is 60, then the next part will be what? That's 60. Then the very next part will be 180. That's for the entire thing, the entire angle, semicircle, minus 60 degrees, which is equal to 120 degrees. And we say that 60 plus 120, these two angles are adjacent or next to each other on a straight line. In other words, 60 and 120, if you notice, they are next to each other on a straight line PQ. And so we say they are supplementary angles. They're sharing this divided line here. Okay, so they're next to each other, adjacent angles on a straight line. Okay, but the point we want to look at is that these two angles are supplementary. That means they add up to 180. In other words, angles, let me just make a little change there. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees. Not 90, because 90 will be complementary. But 180 is supplementary. Okay, so now what we're told is that one of these angles is 4/5 as large as the second. So let's take the first angle to be x. I'm going to let x equal the first angle. And therefore, the second angle will be what? The second angle, you can say therefore, the second angle is, or equal, let's choose equal. The second angle is equal to 4/5 of the first. 4/5 as large as the first will be 4/5x. Now, since both these angles are supplementary, we'll add them up. X plus 4/5 of x. The first angle is x, second one is 4/5 of x. Because they're supplementary, they add up to 180 degrees. So what we need to do here is to solve for x. So we have a linear equation, a straight line equation. Now how are we going to solve that? Well, we need to get, first thing I like to do is I like to get rid of any denominator inside of an equation. And so what I do is usually look for all of the denominators. I know this is over 1. Okay, so we know this. I know this is over 1. No, this is over 1. And the LCM of 1, 5 and 1, no, we know it's 5. So we're going to multiply each term by that LCM. So it's going to be 5 multiplied by x. That'll give me 5x. Plus the same 5 again multiplied by what I have in the next term, which is 4/5 of x, which is equal to multiplying 5 again by 180. So that means multiplication. Okay, so 5 multiplied by x, multiplying, so 1, 5, and 1, the LCM is 5. So multiply each term in the original equation by 5. That should be straightforward. Now let's simplify. 5 times x, obviously that's 5x. We know 5 and 5 goes once. 5 into 5 goes once. Remember, this is just, you have a fraction. That's 5 over 1 multiplied by 4 over 5. 5 and 5 goes once. 5 and 5 goes once. And now we have 1 over 1, which is 1 times 4 is 4. We have 4x. And notice what happened? The denominator is gone. That was the objective in the first place. We need to multiply 180 by 5. 900. So this will give us 900. And so what I'm going to have there, 9x is equal to 900. And I need to solve for x. 9 times what give me 900? Obviously 100. But let's solve it. 9 goes once. 9 goes once. Goes once. Goes 100 times. And so now I have x. This implies that x is equal to 100. But was that what I was supposed to solve? Was that the answer I'm looking for? Well, let's go back to the original. Find the measure of two supplementary angles such that one angle is 4/5 as large as second. We find the measure of two supplementary angles. I want to find how large those angles are, or whatever measurement those angles are. What I noticed so far that the x is the first angle. We let x equal the first angle. We found x to be 100. So that's the point there. It's 100. And the next second angle is 4/5 of the first. So the second angle is 4/5 of 100. And we can simplify that to find the solution right there. 5 5 goes once. 5 into 100 goes 20 times. And therefore 4 times 20 give us 80. So we have the two angles. The first one is 100 and the second one is 4/5 of x, or 4/5 of 100, which is 80. Those are my two solutions.